Welcome in to Catch My Drift. My name is Sammy D. I'm here with my co-host, professional handicapper, Timmy2Time, and we have a great show for you guys today. Going to hit you with all the what's news of the week, and then we're going to recap this week's games and give you all the great details that you definitely do not want to miss.
What's up, Sammy D? I'm feeling fantastic tonight. We have Monday Night Football going with one of the best games of the year. Why don't we start off this episode with a nice cheers?
I like that. Where am I going to get a drink from, though? Oh, there it is. There's my
Reach down
Woodford.
next to you, Woodford, like a classy gentleman. I'm drinking a nice beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. That's how you start a show. Sammy
Okay.
D's feeling good. All right. Let's start it off.
Feeling great all of a sudden.
Oh, I can only imagine. Let's start off with the what's news of the week.
So, breaking news today, all three Dolphins running backs have COVID.
Oh, boy.
And so they will not have most likely a running back backfield this week, which honestly is going to be an upgrade for them, Tim, because they have one of the worst running games in the NFL. So excited to see. I think they'll do much better with a fourth wide receiver out there instead of a running back.
To keep on the topic of sad, my what's news is Demaryius Thomas suddenly passed away at the age of 33. Honestly, this news kind of shook me. Like, it was very surprising to me at first. When I first heard about it, I thought it was honestly suicide because, like, so young, sudden. I was like, what the fuck? You know, what could it be? But apparently he was having like seizures and health complications from a accident he had been in, like a car crash. So he had a seizure in his shower and just passed away. It's crazy. So RIP to DT. He's a Broncos legend. He provided a lot of great years for the Broncos fans and Broncos community. So hasn't hit me yet, but yeah. DT passed away. So RIP to DT. He was a great guy, great receiver. So that's my what's news for the week.
Going off that positive note, let's jump into the Week 14 recap. So let's start out with the Saints versus the Jets. All right,
called this
Tim.
One easily,
that's the first thing I have written down. Tim called this one. I coattailed actually onto your bet. I was kind of teetering on it until my roommate, who's a diehard Saints fan, actually came over to me and was like, "Hey Sam," and I was like, "What?" He was like, "Bet the Jets hard this week." And I was like, and you know, anytime a fan of a team has gone all in on hating their own team, that's the week their team is going to come out firing. And then I also told him, "Hey, I think they get Alvin Kamara back." And he was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to do the opposite of what this guy's telling me to do because he doesn't know what's going on." And so I rode your coattails, Tim. The Saints are a completely different team with Alvin Kamara. He was a beast. He scored.
Absolutely.
He took over. Go ahead.
He's been their best player for the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, 120 yards, touchdown. I called this early. This line should have been -10, easy. The Saints, you know, they've had their struggles this year with injuries and whatever, but come on, Sean Payton, give me the Saints every time. -5.5 was free money. They win 30-9. They absolutely dominated this entire game. I don't think the Jets ever had the lead once, and the Jets were at home. Yeah, Zach Wilson, gross, trash.
Zach Wilson needs to ditch the sweatband and maybe ditch being a professional quarterback because he is so bad.
Yeah, he really looks terrible. I mean, I can't believe that the Jets would make the move to put him just in as the franchise starter. You know, he seems like a guy, if he was ever to make anything of himself in the NFL, it would be he'd have to be behind like Hall of Fame quarterback for 5 years or something. You
maybe
know,
10
really
years. Maybe 10 years.
Maybe 10, yeah. Maybe 10, maybe 15. But yeah, there's no way this guy could come in to a franchise and be the guy that's going to turn the franchise around coming straight from college. Yeah, give me Taysom Hill for being in the year for 6 years behind Sean Payton learning.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's just
easy,
as you put it.
Easy money.
We have the Falcons versus the Panthers. So Super Cam was benched again. Again, Tim. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. I think he's been benched like 3 weeks in a row now. They did say that he will remain the starter going forward.
No!
Yes.
Well, this brings me to my quarterback cuck of the week. Because Cam Newton is now the Panthers are 0-11 for the last 11 times Cam Newton has started as their quarterback. 0-11. So Cam, not so much Superman Newton, is definitely not back, and I don't think he'll ever be back, honestly.
No.
He will never, ever, after this season, throw another pass in the NFL.
Oh my gosh.
You heard it here first.
Wow. That's crazy. I like
That's
it.
how bad he is, man. If you watch these games,
I do
so
watch
bad.
it. He looks bad. He's got the weird egg-shaped helmet because he has like his hair is like really weird now. Yeah, I agree. He's terrible. He is.
He fell to the stardom, man. Give me Cam in 2015. You know, when he had that MVP season.
Yeah.
And before he got that massive contract and started wearing dumb fucking outfits in his after game interviews and before he had the crazy hair and everything. Give me that Cam. Yeah, but that Cam is long gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's dead to me. Other things to note of this game, Cordarrelle Patterson scored again. Arthur Smith, they were up like 11 in the fourth quarter, and Arthur Smith, the coach for the Falcons, rookie head coach, decided to put in their third string running back, who fumbled immediately and turned the ball right back over to the Panthers, who then made it a one-score game towards the end. It got a little sketchy. So here's some advice to Arthur Smith, okay, who looks like he was born from the Simpsons universe, all right? Maybe don't put your third string running back in when it's still a two-score game and there's a lot of time left in the fourth quarter. Maybe keep your stars in until you actually win the game. How about that? I can't remember the last time like a great coach took out their starters in a close game at the end of a game.
Yeah, I wish Dan Quinn was still in Atlanta, to be honest. I love Dan Quinn. He brings the fire every time.
He does bring the fire, Tim. In this game, we have the Seahawks versus the Texans. This was the showstopper game of the week.
Oh, wow. Yes, it was.
Yes, we had Russell Wilson. He was kind of back to being the Russell Wilson we've been used to seeing in years past. A little bit above average, 2 touchdowns, I believe, just over 200 yards. That's kind of the Russell Wilson we're used to seeing. I will say, out of nowhere, Rashad Penny burst back onto the scene. 16 carries, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, but it was against the sad Texans who really don't care. I have been hearing a lot of people refer to them as the tanking Texans at this point because they are tanking for the future.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct. I'd say Tyler Lockett was the standout here with 142 yards receiving. He's having a great season. He just passed 1,000 yards. He's only the second player in franchise history to have 3 straight seasons with over 1,000 yards. Also, fun fact for you, Samuel, that might ruin your day. Russell Wilson just had his 89th game with 2 touchdown passes, passing Dan Marino for the first in his first NFL 10 seasons. He has more passes than Dan Marino.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that being a Dolphins fan?
I'm going to need to double check these numbers real quick. Hold on. Well, it's
and you know who's in first?
Ooh.
Peyton fucking Manning.
Well, let me just say, it's a passers league now, Tim. It's a passers league, and Dan Marino was doing it before it was a passers league. Okay.
Okay, that's the most Dolphins response ever.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm sorry. Was Russell Wilson ever in Ace Ventura?
Yeah. Did Dan Marino ever win a Super Bowl ring?
No, but did he ever ride the coattails of one of the league's best defenses to win a Super Bowl?
Excuses.
I don't want to talk anymore about this game.
All right. On to the next. There's your fun fact for the week.
Okay. Let's move on to the Raiders versus Chiefs. I have one hilarious note.
Sodomy.
This game was sodomy in front of tens of thousands of people.
In the first degree, yeah.
Here is the funniest note of this game for me, Tim. The Raiders, when they came out of the tunnel this game, instead of going to the sideline, they marched to the center logo of the Chiefs at midfield. And they stood there and they started screaming, "This is our field. This is our team. We are going to destroy them today." So they disrespected the Chiefs. Here. They stomped on their logo, and they came up just short. They lost 48-9. They literally got bent over and just, it was unbelievable.
Sodomized. Every time an NFL team does that on say they're on the home team's logo, they always just get absolutely destroyed. This is what happens there. I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs shut up the Raiders respectfully and rightfully, and I think they're shutting down their haters now.
Wow. They haven't shut me down yet. I still hate them.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're now a top contender.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
What did we say on this episode? I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. We said if the Chiefs can figure their defense out and figure their offense out, get back in the flow, they're going to be one of the best teams in the NFL.
I agree, but let's just be fair. They were playing the Raiders without Darren Waller, and it was bad. We have to admit the Raiders are a train wreck at this point. They are
which we knew would happen. We said fade the Raiders every single week.
Yes. So that's the only reason I'm not buying back into the I'm not buying back into the Chiefs yet. There's a yet. Yeah. Okay. I'm open to the possibility. I mean, Mahomes still wasn't that great. He was just over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
the Chiefs play the Chargers Thursday Night Football this week. So let's see. That'll be a good game.
I'm excited for that.
I think, wait, what are the Chargers? Oh yeah. This is for the number 1 slot. This is going to be another good game. Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
All right. Next game is going to be Ravens versus Browns. All right.
This game. God.
Yeah. If you bet the -2.5 in this game,
which we fucking did.
Yes. I was pretty sick to my stomach about this. You cannot be feeling good because the Browns were browning all over the place.
I like to call it browning out.
Okay. They were up 24-6. They were trying to lose this game as hard as possible.
So bad.
And they were trying to give it to the Ravens, but the Ravens can pull off the upset even after getting the onside kick. Tyler Huntley couldn't come through. Baker Mayfield really didn't look very good. The Browns did not score any points in the second half.
It's just amazing to me that luckily the Browns made it out alive. But it's just amazing to me that week after week, year after year, football teams still go conservative when they're up big.
Yeah,
at half.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's why not take that same game plan? Why not tell your players, hey, this is 0-0. It's the first half. We're coming out just the way, Why? Why do they keep doing this and blowing big leads? It's crazy. It's do we need to hire some fucking leadership guru to come into these NFL teams and give speeches?
I will do that. I will do that job.
It's crazy to me that
you're absolutely right. I don't get it.
It's crazy.
I mean, was that not the Falcons in the Super Bowl to the Patriots?
Yeah,
they came out,
no,
ran the ball, just got stuffed over and over again.
It happens time and time again. I don't know when it will change, but my God, maybe I should apply to be an NFL head coach.
When will people start taking our tweets seriously, Tim?
Yeah, come on. When will the 30 viewers we have a week start taking us seriously?
It's 40 now. It's 40. It's getting there.
Actually, shout out to all you guys. We had a record amount of viewers. I think around 400 viewers of our last episode. We appreciate all of you. We're glad you guys enjoy the comedy and the insight that we provide. We love filming this show. We're 2 best friends. We've been best friends for a long time, so we enjoy it. We're glad you guys enjoy it. Let's move on to the next game.
Oh, and remember to sub, and share.
Oh, yeah. Sub, and share, please.
We always tell people to do that. Not really.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, I do want to say Tyler Huntley does come in for Lamar Jackson because he is carted off in the first quarter. And I will say the Ravens had gone under 18 points in 5 of the last 6 games. Tyler Huntley at least got them to 22. So quarterback controversy in Baltimore.
Maybe, possibly.
Cowboys versus the Washington football team.
This is another one that almost backdoor covered.
Yeah, I had a lot on this game I actually noted here, Tim. First off, and you can tell me your opinion on this, Mike McCarthy before the game guaranteed a victory this game.
I like that. I like the confidence. I'm not going to lie.
I like that too. You look like a moron when you guarantee it and you lose. But when you win, it's so...
You just look like a badass.
Mike McCarthy just went up a notch in my book.
Dude, the Cowboys were up 24-0 at half. So, again, 24-0 at half and just completely shut down the offense. They could have made it like a 41-10 game. Yep. But instead, they just shut down the offense, and they luckily escaped with a win.
That's what I had. They escaped this one. The offense is still not fully clicking for the Cowboys. Dak didn't have great numbers. Zeke's still hobbled, so that was going on. But the Cowboys defense, that Micah Parsons has been an animal.
Dude, that guy's such a fucking beast. He's gonna win. He's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year, I think.
100%. And now the one funny thing about Micah Parsons this week is he did get quoted after the game saying, "I don't think the NFL's that hard." And
well, for you, it's not.
Yeah, I will say the last dude I remember saying this was Julius Thomas when Peyton Manning had his 50-plus touchdown season, 55 touchdowns, and after that his career just died. He was like, "Oh, maybe it's not as easy when Peyton Manning's not throwing me the football."
Yeah, so exactly. There.
Just gonna throw that out there. Maybe you've got a decent team around you. Maybe take a deep breath.
Stay a little humble there, big guy. It's your first season, you know.
Exactly. End of the game got close, actually. Taylor Heineke got injured. Kyle Allen came in. Remember Kyle Allen, former Panthers quarterback, failed Panthers quarterback.
I can't say that I actually do remember who Kyle Allen is ever.
He's very forgettable. He's very forgettable. He came in and he did his best Kyle Allen impression, threw a pick on the potential game-tying drive, and they choked, and that was all there was to it. So Cowboys win. We said they were going to win this game. That was part of my surefire parlay, which did hit this week. Yes! Cowboys win, Packers win, and Chargers over, which actually most of the gambling world did bet the under on that Chargers game. So I was able to get a good over on that, Tim. Jaguars versus Titans, Tim.
Oh, wow. What a game this was. My God.
20-0. I don't know if you saw this. It was pretty funny after the game.
I did.
You saw the handshake? So,
I wasn't going to talk about that, but continue.
I have a few things on this game. Urban Meyer walks up so sad looking to Mike Vrabel at the end of the game, barely shakes his hand, and just walks into like a black hole. Like no one's surrounding him. He's just kind of like, where do I go in the game here? And he gave us actually some brilliant insight in the post-game conference or post-game press conference. He said, once we become more productive in one area, we'll win. That's it.
And what's that one area, Urban?
He did not specify. He said one area. If it's any area. Here's my response to that. Okay, Urban Meyer. Then why don't you do that? Why don't you just focus on the one area that one area equals win games? Why don't you just do that?
Since you know so well, right? Yeah, exactly. My God. Okay, did you also hear about the leaked media of him calling out every coach in the locker room? He basically just put the blame on every single coach. He said he basically said, except for him, he says, he basically just blamed everybody but himself.
That's a ball.
And then in the post game interview, he goes, whoever's the media source that leaked that that story, your career's done. Your job is done. You're gonna be unemployed once we find the source.
You're going to be unemployed
Yeah.
in like 4 weeks.
No, he's the biggest joke right now in the NFL by far. By far. Urban Meyer is the biggest fucking clown in the NFL right now.
How is he blaming his coaches when he is the head coach?
Yeah, that's just the quickest way to get everyone to disrespect you. You know, when you can't own up to like your own, you can't like be a man and take responsibility for your own, flaws and mistakes. That's just the quickest way to everyone say fuck you. I'm sure he has no respect from anyone in that organization right now.
Well, and let's be honest. He's the overseer of all the play calls, right? Here's a great stat for you, Tim. They ran the ball 8 times in the entire game for 8 yards. 8 yards.
Yeah, no wonder they lost 20-0. How are you gonna win a game like those stats? Jesus.
Before we even move on,
oh god,
it is back to my quarterback cuck of the week, Tim, and I'm hitting you with a verified bust that I've been saying since week 1. Trevor Lawrence is a bust. He is 24 for 40 in this game, barely breaks 200 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Yikes, those are not the best stats.
It is week over week, man. He is now the only thing I'm gonna say. Urban Meyer's a disaster. The Jags are a disaster. Maybe he gets this 1 year as a pass. I can grant that to him just considering how bad Urban Meyer has been. But you have to admit Trevor Lawrence has not been good.
No, he's definitely. I mean, yeah, it's his first year and he's on the worst team in the NFL. So it's like
it's not easy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You have to give him a little bit better of a timeline than just being with the worst coach on the worst team in the NFL. I mean, come on.
Okay.
When you run the ball 8 times and you have 8 yards, how do you expect to throw on a defense that knows that you're not going to run?
We are going into the Lions versus your team, Tim. My second favorite team, the Denver Broncos. You want to take this one away with your boy Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah, great performance. Like we said, Broncos really do play great at home. Absolutely destroying the Lions 38-10. Doesn't really give me any more confidence in anything about the Broncos, but I'd love to see it. And the coolest fact of this game, guys, the absolute coolest fact was 88 yards on their final touchdown drive to honor Demaryius Thomas, who was number 88 for the Broncos. That was actually just really cool.
Let's play a fun game, Tim. You tell me, who is this NFL player? Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds, Tim.
No idea.
He was the leading running back for the Lions this week. He had 11 carries for 83 yards. Craig Reynolds. Wow. Forced to be reckoned
Craig
with.
Reynolds.
Craig
is he
Reynolds.
The new Peyton Hillis?
I think he is. We are moving on to the Giants versus the Chargers, Tim. And as you put it last week, my backup quarterback special would have hit again this week had you bet it for the Chargers to win and for Mike Glennon to throw a pick. That happened. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Easy money on that. That is one sure thing. That's a Sammy surefire parlay for sure. Yeah, Justin Herbert looked like his old self again.
His old self, yeah.
Yeah, he had a great game, 23 for 31, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. Chargers dominated the whole game. I mean, this is what we expected, but I want to see this Herbert on Thursday night versus the Chiefs. I want to see him show up versus a good team.
Let's see it.
It's like
let's see it on the big stage. Forth.
Yeah, let's see it on the big stage. Nationally televised game. We keep saying, he's super inconsistent. Let's see it. He's coming off a big week. This is for all the marbles. You can go into the number 1 slot in the division. Let's see it, Herbert.
I completely agree. I like when quarterbacks show up in prime time. That's how you make your money as a quarterback, right? Those were the Tom Brady's. Those were the Peyton Mannings that in prime time they decimated teams time after time. So I completely agree.
Absolutely. I wanted to give my clutch boy this week to Justin Herbert, but I just feel like he's still got to earn it.
Yeah, it's hard to give a clutch boy to someone playing the Giants, right?
Also that it's not like that's really that impressive beating the Giant. Yeah.
There was a funny thing in Joe Judge's post-game press conference, coach of the Giants. He said at one point early on in the press conference, "I'm not a finger pointer. I'm not an excuse maker." Shortly thereafter, he was asked about a confusing timeout that took place during the game, and he immediately threw Mike Glennon under the bus and said, "Glennon called that timeout, not me." So there you go.
Joe Judge, possibly the worst coach in the NFL. You heard it here first.
Second worst, behind Urban Meyer.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I would take Joe Judge over Urban Meyer because the Giants are 4-9.
49ers versus the Bengals.
I watched this game. This was a great game. Great game. Hard fought battle between two tough teams. And the Bengals.
Tim, before you go on, let me just say this brings me to my clutch boy of the week. That's right. George Kittle.
Oh yeah.
He is a freak. He feasted again this week. 13 catches, my lucky number, 151 yards, and a touchdown. I shouldn't even call it clutch boy. He's a clutch man of the week because when he's healthy and when he's not banged up, he's the best tight end in the NFL. He's a monster.
Whoa. Heard it here first. George Kittle.
Dropping it.
Travis Kelce, you're dead. George Kittle took your place.
That's you can take this game away. I just had to put that out there.
I like that call because George Kittle is the sole reason that the 49ers won this game. He had so many big conversions on third down, so many big plays, so many big catches that, George Kittle is the reason. Even though Brandon Ayuk is the one who got the game-winning touchdown, George Kittle is really the one that put in the work here. 13 catches, like you said.
Like you said, Ayuk, huge touchdown at the end of the game, great play. And I feel like Ayuk is finally starting to get his feet back a little bit. He had a really slow start to the season, but the last few games he's sort of been coming on.
Yeah, 49ers are starting to click, man. I'll tell you what, they're a better team than what their record says. So the 49ers are 7-6, the Broncos are 7-6. Can you imagine those teams, two teams playing each other right now? Yeah. 49ers
all day.
Niners all day. The Niners have a sneaky record for how good they are.
That is the team you don't want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, they are a scrappy team. 49ers always are, man. They're always they got that like tough, it's kind of like their brand almost.
It is their brand. I like it. I like a team with a brand.
Yeah, me too. It's like, the 49ers are going to be showing up every week and they're going to want to fuck you up every single week.
Oh, I like that. I love getting effed up. So that was probably the second best game of the week, I would say, right?
I'd say so because the next game is the other late game of the Sunday slate, which was also a phenomenal game. I was watching both those games on Red Zone simultaneously, and I was just like, God, am I in heaven? Because this is just phenomenal right now. This was also a really good game.
Bills versus Bucks.
Yes, Bills versus Bucks. Also, Tampa Bay had them smoked at halftime. I think it was 24-3.
24-3, yep. 24-3.
Yeah, 24-3 at halftime. Oh, my God. Again, Tampa Bay just shut their offense down, even though you have the MVP of this year in Tom Brady as quarterback. Which brings me to my clutch man of the week. Tom Brady, the all-time GOAT, the number one sports player in the history of any sport, better than Michael Jordan, has more championships, is the best all-time GOAT ever.
Wow. You heard it here first and last.
Seven rings. What does Michael have again? Oh, yeah,
Six.
That's six. And guess how many rings Tom Brady's going to have after this year? 8.
Woo!
8 for the Dogs. The Bucks beat the Bills in OT on a Tom Brady game-winning touchdown. What was it? I forget. Yeah, Brashad. Sorry.
Brashad Perriman, first reception of the game.
Yeah, 58 yards, first reception of the game. That's what we like to see. Took it to the house, beat him in OT.
To piggyback off your quarterback clutch boy of the week. I'm just going to say, yeah, Tom Brady was the first 300-yard passer against the Bills all year. He also, just to rub some salt in the wounds, he rushed for a touchdown, which is not Tom Brady's strong suit, but he was like, it's the Bills. I hate them. Old division rival. I'll do it anyways. There are winners in the world, and there are losers. Tom Brady, like you said, GOAT of GOATs, right? He is a big game career winner. Josh Allen so far in his career, and I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen, he came back and had a great second half, but so far he has been a big game career loser in his career. I like Josh Allen. He's still young, but it's not enough. One half in overtime isn't going to get it done, right? Tom Brady is the GOAT because he builds the cushion in the first half, and he doesn't need to come back all the time, right? And when he needed to step up, he made it happen.
Maybe Josh Allen should, once Tom Brady retires, should pay Tom Brady half his salary to coach him.
Half his salary. I like that.
That's right.
I like
That's right. You heard it here first.
I will say there was one funny stat in this game. So we do all remember the Patriots demolished the Bills last week by only running the football. They only threw the ball 3 times.
Embarrassed them, yeah.
Embarrassed them, right? So Sean McDermott, after getting destroyed by the Patriots, thought to himself, even though the Patriots just ran train on us by just running the football, I still don't think running the football works. So they proceeded to not run the football in the entire first half with a running back, becoming the first team to do that in the Super Bowl era. So there you go. Sean McDermott decide, screw the Patriots, we're going to do the opposite. What are you thinking? Zero runs and a half with a running back?
Yeah, that's not a good look, Mr. McDermott. Not a good look at all.
He was also interviewed at halftime, nearly crying. They said he was nearly in tears during the interview at halftime because he was so emotionally frustrated.
Oh my God, yeah. Jesus. Okay, Sean McDermott, maybe you're the fucking cuck of the week.
Coach of the week.
Cuck coach of the week. You know, we should add that segment, cuck coach of the week as well.
Well, it'd be Urban Meyer every week. So
yeah, let's be honest.
All right, that brings us to our final game, Tim. It is the Bears versus the Packers, and I will let you take the lead on this one.
Okay, well, I think everybody and their sister was worried about their parlay at pretty much the first half of this game, yes, because the Bears went up 24-20, or was it 27-21 at half, I think?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, the Bears were winning at halftime, and I know a lot of people that had Green Bay Packers money line and a lot of people that had the Green Bay Packers spread -12. Can you imagine how much you're sweating at halftime with the spread being -12? But guess what? Aaron Rodgers, horsecock Rodgers.
That's right. He whipped it out. He slapped Chicago in the face in the second half.
What did we say? We said Aaron Rodgers is going to take it to the Bears. We said that in our last episode.
He took his unvaccinated dick and he
shoved it right down Matt Nagy's throat.
Yeah, that's right. Ebenezer Scrooge. He throttled the COVID down his throat at the end of the game with 4 touchdowns, Tim.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, goddamn, I hope he wins the Super Bowl this year, to be honest.
I hope he loses to Tom Brady again because it'd be funny, but if he wins, good for him. And to piggyback, can we just say Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in the NFL?
Oh, absolutely. I have been saying this since Davante Adams was behind Jordy Nelson. Okay? I swear to God, I was at Keystone Resort skiing, watching the NFC Championship like 7-8 years ago. And I said, guess what? I knew it when I saw it. Davante Adams is going to be the number 1 receiver in the NFL. That guy is a freaking beast, man.
Uncoverable.
Yeah, I love him.
Tim loves him for many reasons. And he had 10 receptions, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's a freak. He's unreal.
Sick. He's sick.
And
he's he'll pass.
Loves him.
He'll pass the Jordy Nelson, Aaron Rodgers stats.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I love Jordy Nelson too. Jordy Nelson was like amazing.
I love Jordy Nelson, but guess what? Devontae Adams has pretty much every athletic stat on you. So.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
And they have the chemistry.
Yeah, he's just a little bit better than Jordy Nelson at everything. And Jordy Nelson was a great wide receiver. So
yeah,
that just tells you how good Devontae Adams was.
All right, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment if you have anything you guys want to add on, to the show. We love some, constructive criticism.
We also love the first person that gave the first dislike to our channel.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, you bastard.
There you go. Yeah, you guys are great. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Please continue to support, like, sub, and share. We always forget to say that. So there that is. And we will catch you guys on Thursday when we give you guys a preview of the weekend. We hit like all of our picks last week. So if you guys want to get rich, watch our show, bet our lines. You're going to make a ton of money.
On fire.